everyone, LisaLisaD1 and I got together and decided it'd be a lot of fun to do a different kind of collab. We both love the same kind of makeup, but we wear it very differently. She's kind of glam and glamorous, glam girl. That's glamorous is what I think of when I think of Lisa. And I'm more like everyday makeup, but maybe a little more than the average bear, but pretty, I wouldn't say natural, but neutral. And we thought it'd be fun to switch. So I'm gonna attempt to do her look, one of her go-to kind of signature looks on me. And then she, on her channel, is going to attempt the flip side, my look on herself. And we are even going to try to dress like each other and accessorize like the other one would and do our video in the style of the other one. So Lisa has filmed her own intro for this, where she's, I think, gonna talk about the kind of makeup that she wears. I haven't seen that part yet, and I've done the same for her channel. I will link her in the eye, and I will link her down below as well. And keep on watching, and let's see how close I get to LisaLisaD1.
Hey Marnie, and thank you for asking me to do this fun collaboration. I am going to describe my makeup style in, I think, 3 words. Lips, liner, and lashes, and maybe 4, add contour. And I love your look. I think that you look beautiful. I think you look fresh, but it'll be interesting to see what you look like if you kick it up just one more notch and maybe try some liquid liner. It doesn't have to be like real liquid, but maybe a pen liner and do just a small wing. And I use either black or brown liner. And maybe some false lashes. I think maybe some demi-wispies would look great on you. And I usually do a little bit more eyeshadow. Maybe, I know you usually do like a shimmer on the lid and then a brown in the crease. Maybe go 1 shade darker and take it from the end of your wing liner and just kind of give it just a little bit more of a cut crease. And maybe some contour with your bronzer. It doesn't have to be anything too much, but maybe contour out your cheeks just a little bit more. And definitely lip liner, lipstick, lip gloss. And I think that's going to be it. So thank you again for asking me to do this. Thank you to your viewers for watching, and I'm looking forward to seeing what you come up with. Bye.
Okay, face is washed. We'll talk about this in a second. I've curled my hair following Lisa's hair tutorial, which I will link below. This is not a caricature of how Lisa does her makeup. This is me attempting to follow or replicate as much as I can with my own twist. So I curled my hair all in the same direction. It's not nearly as big as Lisa's because Lisa has hair extensions and I don't. She does like to put some dry shampoo in there to make it a little bit bigger. I will say I really like this curling it all the same way look. So even though I just did all that, to be Lisa, I need to pin it back. She does not pull her hair up like I do. I don't know how people do this. This is gonna make me crazy, but I'll do my best. I'm also wearing clothing that has been approved by Lisa and accessories. So let's talk about this. You know, wearing masks has its advantages because you can cover this up and no one will see it. But I also think wearing masks causes this kind of thing. And whenever I have stress or major anxiety, I get acne on my chin. So if you're new to my channel, hi, I should say, my name is Marnie, and thank you for coming over from Lisa's channel. If you're new here, you probably don't know that we did a 72-hour road trip, 12 hours one way, 12 hours the other way to pack our 2 sons up from school. One was in an apartment, one was in a dorm, and just the stress of the unknown of traveling probably got to me. I'm kind of going off a couple of her tutorials that she recommended and then just kind of generally gonna put my own spin on it. One thing Lisa tends to do when she gets started is start with some lip balm, which we will wipe off when we get to the lips. Now, she's really bronzy, and I have been fake tanning for the last few weeks, but then I stopped last week, and this is all natural. So I need to fix that. So I'm gonna go with Hoola, my tried and true, and if I don't mention the products or specific shades, everything will be listed in the description box in the order in which I apply it. So mine is good and old, and this is a huge buffing brush. It's really like a body brush or a giant foundation brush from BK Beauty. It is the 105, and I am just kind of gonna, wow, rub it a little bit just to bronze me up a little bit. This really works. I mean, it takes the edge off. I guess I should just keep it going all the way down my body, but you get the idea. I'm on the fence about which foundation to use because she did a Delilah Bell inspired look, which she used a darker foundation and then lightened it up, but I'm worried it's a little too dark. So I'm gonna go with the other option, which is one of my all-time favorite foundations and the one she used in her tutorial, but mine's the right shade for me. And this is the Wander Beauty Nude Illusion Foundation, and I am wearing it in the shade Fair Light. I'm gonna buff that in with a BK Beauty 106. Now, she uses primer and I don't because my skin generally does not like primer. So we'll see how that goes. And she usually uses a glowy one and I skipped that. She's actually texting me right now. She's asking for my input on what she's gonna wear. I'm gonna put this across my lids. As you can see, the coverage on this is great. It covered up that blemish, which was pretty nasty all by itself. So, but it doesn't feel heavy. I can't remember the exact order in which she did everything, but she did use concealer to lighten up a little bit and cover anything. And I have one of her favorite concealers, which is also one of mine. It's the Maybelline Master Conceal. I have it in the shade Light. I could use it a little lighter for highlighting purposes, and she kind of rubbed it on her hand and then, yeah, see, that's not light enough. So I know what I shall do. I brought another one. This one is the Kevyn Aucoin Etherealist Concealer. I think I'm just the lightest shade. I'll add some of that in there. And then she patted this in with her finger, which actually works really nicely. I usually use a brush for this. I like that. Okay. Lisa, you have good ideas. I will say, I think she got off easy. It is a lot of work to be LisaLisaD1. It's glamorous and I am pretty easygoing. Although Lisa might be the most laid back person I've ever met. She's pretty chill in real life. I'm also going to highlight, I should probably do this after I contour, but I'm gonna highlight down the center of my nose and I am gonna pounce that in with a brush. It's hard to highlight with concealer when you're this fair, unless you're painting it on with unless it's white. Okay, so we both love this contour wand. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Contour Wand, and the secret is to open it, squeeze out, I need more soon, and then close it, and then apply it. So she does it, oh dear, I took too much. Kind of like that. I know she does her jaw. I know I should be baking, but I don't think I can. My skin is really dry and it'll be a disaster. I think she does some up here. I contour my nose, and so we're going to, because I don't have a nice straight nose like Lisa does. And one thing she always says in her tutorials, which I love, is she always says something to the effect of, you do what works best for your eye shape, for your face shape. Now, I usually blend it in with the BK Beauty 106, but she uses a beauty sponge, and this is also from BK Beauty, so let's take some of this off. I went a little crazy there. I've never done it with a beauty sponge before. Ooh, ooh, that's nice. Okay, I'm liking these techniques. Probably should have pulled this up. Maybe I will bake just to fix some of this. We'll see. How does she do this with full earrings on and hair? So if you're new, let me tell you a little about myself. Again, I'm Marnie, I'm 47. I'm married almost 23 years in June to my husband, Michael. We have 2 boys. Our oldest is Jake, he'll be 22 next month. And he just graduated from the University of Mississippi. And then our youngest is Shane, and he will be 19 in June. June's a busy month for us. And he just finished his freshman year at the University of Mississippi. And no, we do not have any former connection to Ole Miss. It just worked out that way. We also have 3 dogs who we may love more than our children. We have Mimi, the oldest. She is a West Highland West Terrier, also known as a Westie. We have Wrigley, who's 8, also a Westie, and then Rowdy, who is, he steals the show. He is 3 and he is a Weimaraner. I know she likes to set under her eyes with banana powder. I don't have it, but I have this e.l.f. contour palette and this shade is pretty close. So I'm gonna use that to set under my eyes with a BK Beauty 108. And then to set, she liked a little bit more glowy. I'm looking at all my options. I think I'm gonna go with the Hourglass powder, and I might try baking with this. I don't know if I can. I baked once for a video, it didn't go well. Let's go with this. It's another BK Beauty brush, 104. Because, is this gonna work? I don't know. I wonder what Lisa's thinking as she's watching this in real time. She's probably yelling, "You're doing it wrong." And then I'm just gonna lightly kind of go over everywhere else. I feel like we need more. While this is sitting here, maybe I should do my brows. What do you do while it sits? I feel like I've sat here long enough. Let's brush it off. Probably not the best choice of powder for this baking thing. I basically only used it not to highlight, but just to kind of clean up where I went a little too low with the contour. Now we start adding contour, like real contour. So she used, in the tutorial, I watched the Smashbox contour kit, which I think I need to get. I don't have it, but the closest I have to it, I think, is this shade right here from the NYX 3 Steps to Sculpt. I also don't have the Ita brush, which is a very cool brush. But this BK Beauty brush it goes pretty narrow in this direction. It's the 107, so that's what I'm gonna use. I don't know why I'm speaking in a sing-song voice. Okay, so basically she just goes over where she contours with powder. So I am going to look chiseled. At least that's the goal. And then I know she does her jaw. This brush makes it pretty easy to blend. I've seen her go in with like Hoola bronzer all over and maybe sometimes a third bronzer that's a little bit more glowy. I'm gonna do both. So I'm gonna first go in with more Hoola. I like a more diffuse look. I'm using the good old Sephora Pro 55. And I'm gonna kind of go over this whole thing, but much bigger strokes. And across the forehead. Kind of bring it up under the cheek a little bit, as if the sun really hit me. Let's just keep going with the bronzer. Now I'm gonna go over it again with glowy bronzer, and the only one I could find in my stash is the one from the Sweet Peach Glow Trio, and it's this little tiny one here. So let's go back and give this one a try. I like how this is turning out. Now she doesn't like a very blingy highlight. I do. But I've picked up a few. I'm just trying to decide which one I want. I think I'm gonna go with this Rhodial one. I don't even know if it still exists. It's the Glam Compact Deluxe Illuminating Powder in 01. Such a pretty case. Lisa does use a lot more luxury than I do. I feel like I need to go get some. And I'm gonna just use a fan brush. I don't even know who oh, Sigma. And we'll see how this goes. Oh, that is pretty. I feel like that's something she says. Oh my gosh, I've been watching too many of her videos today. If I start talking like her, if I pick up her accent before the end of this video, I need an intervention. Somebody stop me. I forgot to mention, for those that are new, that I am originally from Chicago, lived there the first 24 years of my life, except for college, and then moved to San Antonio, Texas when I was 24, and have lived here with the exception of 18 months, my entire adult life. So my accent kind of goes in and out between Chicago and Texas, and if I've been hanging out in Mississippi, it comes up there too. Okay, so for blush, she likes Jouer. I have one Jouer duo, and it's the Adore Blush Duo, and she likes to kind of layer it and do the darker back here and the lighter here, so I'm gonna do the same thing. I really like this Flower Beauty blush brush because it's very small and I don't have a lot of real estate on my face, so I love it. It reminds me a lot of the NARS blush brush, but it's not as expensive. And then the lighter one, which is called Hold Me. on the cheek. Now for brows. So I saw Lisa use powder to fill in her brows, and she used MAC Charcoal Brown. She's used a ton of stuff, I know, but in this video that she had me watch, that's what she used. So that is what I'm going to use if I can find an angled brush. It's actually a Benefit eyebrow brush. Perfect. So I'm using MAC Charcoal Brown eyeshadow, which I have not done in forever. This is like old school YouTube. Actually, I should be pulling out MAC Omega if we want to go really old school. You may hear the door open. My Weimaraner knows how to open the door. And he's standing right outside the door. So she doesn't add a ton to her brows. She just sort of fills in anything, maybe a little bit. Thanks, Rowdy. Can you close the door? No. She did the powder on her brows, and then she used a clear brow gel to set. She did use a little bit of a pomade. I don't have that. And I am trying for the first time the M Cosmetics clear brow gel. It has the tiny, look at this. It makes the Benefit brow mascara wand look big. It's teeny tiny. So Lisa primed with soft ochre, and when I went to pull my soft ochre paint pot out, it completely has dried and contracted. I'm saving it because it's sort of like a classic. Another one she uses sometimes is the Urban Decay Primer Potion. When I first started watching Lisa, gosh, like a decade ago, she's the one that introduced me to the Laura Mercier, what was it, like eye base or something in wheat or linen? Who remembers that? I also rarely use primer on my lids. I usually just throw my foundation and concealer on top and call it a day. I'm just gonna set that with a little bit of powder just so it's not sticky. The tutorial I watched, she did use Hoola in the crease, which I do too, or I use a bronzer in the crease. So we'll do that. I think she also may have used the Smashbox, more of like the gray contour in there. We'll get to that. I noticed that Lisa doesn't do, it's not so much a complicated eye look, it's the winged liner and lashes. And I'll be honest, I'm a little nervous. Okay, I'm a lot nervous. And then she does put it underneath the eye as well. Lisa, I think I've already screwed this up. I apologize. I'm going off book now. And I know she likes to pull up. Like she likes to bring her shadows up, lift the eye. She likes sort of a gray tone shade on the lid from that Smashbox contour palette. And this one in the middle of the Milani Soft and Sultry is like a beigey gray. And I'm just gonna lightly brush that across the lid on me. I really need to get that Smashbox palette. It's pretty cool. I'm gonna go and use some of this sculpting in there too. And I'm gonna use a slightly more defined brush. And this is the 207. It's a little more defined crease brush. And I'm just gonna bring that into the crease a little bit. This is the part I'm not gonna lie, I am very nervous about this part. I don't do wing liner for a reason. I can't, but I have a new one I wanna try, so let's go for it. It's by Wonder Beauty, I believe it's called their Highliner, and it's in the shade Runway, which is black. I love the packaging. And, okay, I'm gonna use a little mirror so I can see closer, and I have hooded eyes, I have tiny little beady eyes. It's a major reason why I don't do wing liner. Deep breaths. Okay, this is not, I'm not deciding the fate of the world. I'm just putting on some eyeliner. It's a nice tip. It's like a felt tip. All right, my hands are actually shaking. I'm gonna rest my elbow on the table. I also got a gel liner, so if I need to fix this, which I'm pretty sure I do, oh Lord, this is a disaster. I hope you're having a nice laugh, Lisa. I'm gonna fix this with some gel liner in a moment. I'm gonna try gel. I think gel's a little more forgiving. I did buy a new gel liner, because I don't use that either. Good old-fashioned Maybelline Eye Studio. I have a little angled brush, and I think they reformulated this. They also made it very tight. There we go. Okay, we're dipping in. Hopefully the lashes will cover this all up. There's like some weird divot in my eyelid. It just will not hit that spot. It's so weird. Lisa, I'm not enjoying this experience right now. It's all your fault. I'm left-handed, obviously. Definitely harder to do the right eye for me. I don't even know if I'm gonna attempt to make this even. I'll just be happy if I get some on my eyelid. I think we've established I can't do this. I am gonna set it with a very dark brown powder. It's this, I think I'm gonna go with the bottom one in the middle here. Maybe I'll go for a little lighter brown. On me, it's not so light. I'm gonna use a Clinique angle brush for that. I'm gonna start with the lightest of the 3 dark ones, just to kind of soften it up and maybe get some pigment on that one area that doesn't seem to wanna take pigment. Aha! I think we got it. So if that wasn't hard enough, now I get to put on false lashes. I don't have a lot to choose from. I have 2 pairs. I have this one from Allure that I picked up recently, and they're pre-glued naturals. The camera does not want to focus on these. Trust me, they're very natural, they're pre-glued. I'm very curious. Believe Beauty actually sent me these Fantasize finish ones. I mean, that's more of a Lisa look, right? So let's pull these out and see how this goes. I'm gonna do this off camera because this is stressful. So just give me a minute and we'll finish lips and do final touches. Okay, mascara I'm using is Wander Beauty Mile High Club. And I like this because it's a nice straight wand and it'll be easier to kind of marry these two together. I should have put the mascara on first, but I didn't. It is really hard to do your makeup like someone else. I'm pretty sure when she did her glowy one that she went in actually with the bronzer and a more concentrated, I'm gonna use that BK Beauty, and just did a little bit more here and then brought it in a little. And she did add a highlight at the end, and I am going to add my new favorite, the Laura Mercier Baked Matte. Tiny little smudger brush, also BK Beauty, and just put this in the inner corner. Oh, that is good. I like that. Okay, let's do lips. So let me take off the balm because I need to do liner. So of course, with all the options that I have, I had to go with the LisaLisaD1 Christian Audette collaboration. I'm using her lip liner, and then I'm going to use one of her lipsticks. Is this Golden Tiger? I believe it is. Yes, it is. So I do not have Lisa's lips. She's got amazing lips. I don't, so I'm just gonna work with what I have. Give me one moment. I did overline just a little bit. Maybe I should start wearing lip liner. And then let's put on some Golden Tiger. She's the queen of the nude lip. And one of her all-time favorite lip glosses is Buxom Celeste, which I happen to have. My lips do look bigger. Before I take my hair down, it wouldn't be complete without a fragrance of the day. And the one I chose is a brand that I wouldn't have heard of if I didn't watch Lisa. It's the House of Sillage. And this is Cherry Garden, I want to say. Yes, Cherry Garden. Look at how beautiful this is. It's Swarovski crystals, and it's beautiful. I'm just gonna spray a little of that on. Spray a little more, why not? Okay, let's take the hair down. All right, this is the finished Lisa-inspired look. It's not 100% what Lisa would do, but I have incorporated a lot of elements. I've added way more bronzer than I normally do. I contoured more than I normally do. I baked a teeny little bit, and I did a matte eye, which I never ever do. Winged liner and lashes, lip liner, lipstick and gloss, a little bit of everything. Added her signature hoops. These are the only hoops I really have. And some delicate necklaces. And now let's do the outfit of the day. All right, we're finishing off just like Lisa with an outfit of the day. This isn't really my outfit of the day, but this is something I think Lisa would wear. So I've mentioned my jewelry already. I'll come in a little closer at the end. I didn't mention this beautiful cocktail ring from Kendra Scott, something she would definitely wear. I have a lace trimmed cami, which is very Lisa-esque. She usually wears black yoga pants. I don't have any yoga pants, but basically any black pant will do. I know she loves a wide leg pant. These are just basic with powder on them. And then of course, if she's not wearing heels, she's wearing Havaianas. So I did pull out my Havaiana flip-flops for this occasion. And she always has an animal, and there's mine. So let me show you the ring really close. There is the ring. Isn't it pretty? It's one of their new releases from their summer collection. This was so much fun. It was really fun for me to try something very new. Everybody falls into a rut and a routine, and it's good to change things up a little bit. I think I'm going to try adding some of the things that Lisa does into my routine. I do like the contouring. I do like the more bronzy look. I do like the lip liner. Every day, probably not. Definitely going to repeat this hair tutorial, and I will put both tutorials that I watch from Lisa to get inspired down in the description box. Thank you, Lisa, my sweet friend. I love YouTube for bringing us together. I hope we'll be able to see each other in August if our conference is still going on. I can't wait to see your version of me. And for everyone else, if you are not already subscribed to Lisa's channel, please hop on over there, give her video a watch, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And if you're new here, how about doing the same for me? That subscribe button is down there somewhere. Just hit it. Everybody, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Hope you're all doing well, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.